All right, so this week's video is on a new product we have called the Plato by Aspire. That's what it looks like right there. It's an all-in-one. So you got your built-in tank, your battery, everything all in one right here, all right? So a couple of things that come in the box. You have your mod itself, your key, which I'll show you what that's for later, some extra O-rings, your charging cable, which is just a standard micro USB to USB. And it comes with two types of coils. It comes with a sub-ohm coil, and then it also comes with this guy right here, which has interchangeable coils, which we'll use for your regular tanks, and it takes Nautilus or Triton mini coils, which is pretty cool. And then it also comes with the 18650 battery, so you don't have to buy that separately, which is nice. All right, so just to show you the mod itself like that, your cover slides on and off, your battery goes here so you can push it in and out, and then you also have your built-in tank right here. Now the whole cylinder in there is the coil. Okay, you do have to drain the tank to change your coil because the glass will just kind of fall out, which I'll show you on this guy right here. All right, so first off, to change the coil, to get the inner piece out, because there is a full long inner piece just like that. All right, you're gonna take your key. That's one of the main things your key is for. Right there, it'll fit right down at the top, and you unscrew. All right, you don't have to do this to fill the tank. You only have to do this to change the coil. This whole piece comes out, which is where you put your mouthpiece in to vape. All right, now this particular piece right here is not the sub-ohm. It's actually a 1.8 Nautilus coil. Now they are interchangeable with the Triton mini coils, so you can use a 1.8 Nautilus, which that's what it comes with. Or you can use the Triton mini coils. This does do temperature control as well. So your options are pretty open on that. You can have the temp control coil. I have the 1.2 Triton mini and then the 1.8 Nautilus, and it does come with the 1.8 Nautilus. Now, obviously that doesn't look like a Nautilus coil, so I'll show you how to do that. Basically, it's a locking ring. So you're gonna unscrew the top so it becomes loose, and then you'll be able to unscrew the bottom coil. And that looks more like a Nautilus coil. All right, so you're gonna screw it in just like that, lock it down, and that's the piece what it's gonna look like, all right? Now I still prime the coil. I take this whole piece out, and like I do with my other ones, I'll put a drop kind of everywhere you can see cotton, and then I still let it sit for a few minutes, all right? Now this whole thing right here, see, there's your tank right there. And what I was saying about you do have to drain the tank first, because this piece right here will just pop in and out. And you do have airflow at the bottom, so a lot of it is going to drain out if you try to take the coil out with juice still in it. Right? This whole piece just slides down the center like that. And then that's where the key comes in again. Now you can use like a coin if you don't have the key, or if you lose the key. I find that works perfectly fine, but the key does come in handy. So you're just gonna screw it in there and make sure it's in there nice and tight, or you will have some leaking issues. Right? And it goes just like that. Now to fill the tank, I already have one filled here. That's what it looks like. To fill the tank, what you're gonna do, right there, there's a stopper. You're gonna undo that stopper and you're gonna stick your needle point in there, and that's where you're gonna fill. Now with your sub-ohm coil, the tank will hold about 4.6 milliliters. Right? Now with your Nautilus replacement coil bin, which are two separate ones, with the Nautilus it'll hold 5.6 milliliters. So you do have lots of space there to hold liquid, so you shouldn't have to refill for a while. I find it's really, really light, easy to put in my pocket, definitely something I'd take out if I'm going out or something. Right, now like I said, it does come with its own battery by Aspire. Now I find the battery by Aspire works decent, but as you can see in the one that I'm actually using, I replaced it with a Sony. I like the Sony batteries better. I find that it hits harder and it's more consistent than the one that it comes with. So they are interchangeable. I prefer my own battery versus the Aspire, but that's completely up to you. The Aspire one does work great, works fine. I just prefer the Sonys because they do hit a little bit harder, like I said. All right, so that guy just goes in there just like that, and that's what it's gonna look like all complete. All right, this slides right over the top like that, and then just like this one, your mouthpiece will pop in and out. All right. Now, I do find at the bottom there is adjustable airflow, which is really cool. The knee box is very similar to this, but I think Aspire has fixed some of the flaws that Kanger Tech couldn't, and it's really cool. It does have airflow at the bottom, which the knee box did not. All right, so your adjustable airflow there, and it just turns just like that to control your airflow. All right, I'm using the sub-ohm coil in it, but like I said, you can use a regular 1.8 Nautilus if that's what you want to do. My thoughts on this guy, it's pretty cool. It's really, really light. Like I said, it's definitely something I'd take out with me if I'm going out to a bar, going out with the girls or something like that. It's fairly easy to use. Some of the downfalls, like I said, I did use my own battery versus the one that it came with. You do have to drain the tank completely to change your coils, but thankfully it holds about half what the knee box holds, so it shouldn't be too difficult to smoke it down or drain it back in the bottle. Now, as you see, there are two stoppers. The top stopper is to fill the tank, and the bottom stopper is to drain the tank when you do want to change the coil or change flavors. All right, now a lot of people, especially some of the reviews I watched on YouTube, it says that this guy takes Plato coils. It does not. It has Plato coils that are strictly for this guy, and then like I said, it will take the Nautilus coils. It will not take Plato coils. It will not take any other Aspire coils, all right? So keep that in mind when you're buying some replacements. All right, now I do find this guy is pretty loud when vaping, if you want to see. So like I said, it is kind of loud, but it does hit nice. It gives really, really good flavor, and it holds a lot of liquid, so you don't have to constantly refill. It is a pass-through. You just plug it in right there, and you can smoke and charge at the same time. This guy goes up to 50 watts and does temperature control mode. Now, just to let you know, Aspire does have updates. You can update this mod to run higher and work better. That's completely up to you. You'd have to go to the Aspire website to get the correct download. And keep this guy, because I noticed with a lot of mods, you do need the cord it came with to upgrade versus any other micro USB cord. All right, so make sure you got all the pieces. Other than that, like I said, it works great. I like the big screen. I like the big numbers. I like the fact that it's lightweight and everything's all in one. Interchangeable mouthpiece, which is nice. And like I said, it does come with two mouthpieces. One for your sub-ohm, which is the wide bore right here. And then one also for, like if you're using the Nautilus coil, it's more of a smaller stainless steel mouthpiece, more like you would find on the Nautilus tank. So it cuts off a little bit of that airflow. So that's pretty cool. That's my review on it. Come check it out. We got it in blue and black so far, but there are lots of other colors that I saw online, which I'm sure we'll be getting in soon. All right, well, if you have any questions about it, let me know. Now, I did find one more thing. I haven't had any leaking problems with it so far, like I said. Which the knee box did have a lot of leaking issues if you leave it overnight, but like I said, the tank is about half the size, so there's not as much pressure on there. It is glass, so careful when the cover's not on. Try not to drop it, because we don't sell the replacement glass for it yet. But other than that, come check it out. It's pretty cool. E-Sig Charleston.